Grand opening. Before the race action started on Saturday, the fourth round of the 2018 UIM F2 World Championship was officially opened. Flag ceremony and welcome speeches included. Over the limit. Spanish pilot Hector Lopez finished 6th at the last race in Norway. Here in Portugal, his ambitions were high, so already in Q1 Lopez pushed hard, and at a certain point, a bit too hard, his boat took off and flipped at the end of the straight. Not the start into the weekend Lopez did expect.
I stay in the boat and go to search the limit for staying in the Q2, and at the finally he's racing. He's possibly have this risk, have one flip. But this is the problem now is repair all the boat and start tomorrow for make a repescar race and for search for go to the race.
Short debut. For the first time, the Estonian Sander Saalin entered a Formula 2 Grand Prix, the goal getting experience. But the first race of the 19-year-old newcomer already ended half a lap into free practice, when Saalin and Mansour Al-Mansouri had a huge crash in turn 4. Both pilots were okay, but their boats suffered serious damage, so for both, the race weekend already was over. The man in the year. There are many reasons a raceboat pilot drives fast. One of them is without a doubt the radio man. Here in Portugal, Brand Dillard will have the voice of his US radio man RJ West in his ears, and the reason is simple.
He's my radio guy in Formula 1, and he's also the 45 national champion. And he's one of the best drivers I know, and he's just the best advice I can get is from RJ, and I really like it. We've teamed up together and we've done well together, so I thought it was time to come over here and try it out.
But it's not only about the information a radio man can give his driver during qualifying and race. It's also about the way a pilot and his eyes on the shore interact.
You know, it might not just be one thing. A lot of it is mental. You know, it's a comfort level because we've worked together before, and it's hearing a common voice on there. We speak the same language, which is, you know, helpful in this situation. And just, you know, we've been friends for a while and have real similar temperaments, so you don't have somebody screaming on the radio getting you all riled up. So that's why it's a pretty good fit between me and him.
Lucky escape. Being second in the overall standings, Tobias Minterkas has a lot to win here in Portugal, but also can lose a lot. With Minterkas finishing 4th in Q2 and championship leader Alberto Comparato only 8th, it looked like the Norwegian pilot could gain ground. Also, in his first lap in single shootout Q3, Minterkas was already quicker than Comparato. But at the end of his second lap, Minterkas pushed too hard and flipped out of the last turn. Luckily, the boat stayed in one piece and his time was good enough to qualify 5th for the Grand Prix of Portugal.
Small mistake there, big mistake there in first lap.
Yeah.
How I can sell the boat if nobody make a pole position for me when there is a possibility? You are such a good driver.
Everything felt perfect on the second lap until the last straight, and I was flying too much in the wind and I flipped over. But luckily the boat is still in one piece, so we will be able to fight tomorrow.
Safety mode. Alberto Comparato leads the Formula 2 championship with 18 points ahead of Tobias Minterkas. Even winning the title here in Portugal is possible, so Comparato didn't risk too much in qualifying. The Italian made it into Q3 but qualified only 6th, right behind Tobias Minterkas.
I see too many wins in the Q3, so I just make a lap for finish it, not for crash out.
The pole decision. The Abu Dhabi team seems relaxed and happy. Even though Al-Khamzi's title defense seems to be impossible in 2018. Even more after changing boats after the Norway crash. But all came different when Al-Khamzi finished 1st in Q1 and Q2. And finally in Q3 again Al-Khamzi posted the fastest time. Over half a second quicker than second Duarte Benavente and almost a second gap to third at Garas Ryabko. Means Rashida Kamzi is the one to start from pole position at the Portuguese Grand Prix.
I was pushing hard from the free practice till the Q3, but in the last moment I changed the prop because the water is a little coming, flat, and I did it from one lap. I am happy for that. My plan, I start good and I never see the back.